Going from ear to ear, grin, all smiles here for the Charger fans. And why not? We have an ass kicking in one of these games that's actually going in our favor. Joe had Chargers team total 27. So she's right there on it. I have the Chargers laying the 3 points in this thing, and that is certainly easy money. It's not Carr's fault. His line is getting whipped, absolutely whipped in the trenches. Alex Leatherwood against Boza is one of the bigger mismatches you'll ever see on the defensive line, and you could see it in the very first series. And it's amazing that there's not even more penalties on the Raiders here, especially like offensive face masks and things like that, because it is a jailbreak on every single play. It has nothing to do with Derek Carr. It is 100% his line. It is not. He is not terrible. He has had a great season when he's had protection. Up against the Chargers, they are dialed in. Staley has done an amazing game plan here on them. What he's doing is he's stunting the linebacker on Boza's side, so he's getting single blocking of Leatherwood on Boza, and it's unfair. I mean, we saw when they tried to go with the single block, he swatted the ball, and it's been like that every single play. So we'll look at the second half lines here. And what we have are the Chargers plus 2.5, plus 135. I say hit the Chargers again. I don't see the Raiders getting anything. I don't see the Chargers changing their game plan and even going into a soft prevent zone up by 21 points. I just don't see it. I think you take the Chargers money line here all the way at plus 135, and that's where I'm at. How about you, Joe?
Yeah, I definitely like the Chargers on that money line at plus 135. When we look at the team totals for both of these, the home team, so the Chargers are over 10.5, and we have the Raiders over 13.5.
Well,
I
happen to know that $798 pays $1,077.73. So
I like it.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, absolutely. Hit that.
Yeah.
For sure.
Anyways, go ahead. I interrupted.
Having a phenomenal night.
I interrupted you, but
that's okay. You know what? I'm gonna take the team total for the Chargers over that 10.5. I think that's easy money. That's plus 106.
I think your mic is off. It's like we can hear you, but you sound like you're in a box.
It helps when I turn it on.
Yes. It
really helps when I turn it on. I'm gonna that team total for the Chargers.
There you go. Sounds much better. But those of you joining us late, Joe Madden just giddy over her Chargers here. And we appreciate everyone that's tuned in on the show. 500 people watching this live. We're across all of our, I opened it up to all of our different channels, all of our YouTubes, all of our Facebooks, just broadcast everywhere for this halftime. Why not? I think this is one of those ones where it's like the Raiders are going to be obviously trying to throw deep, they need to score points and they need to score them fast. And I don't see it happening. I think what we see here is probably some turnovers and things like that. And I could see Carr being taken out of the game here if the game really gets out of hand.
I could too. Now, what do you think of this Raiders team total 13.5? They have to come back. They have to start scoring. I don't think they win this, but I am leaning on that looking pretty good. I think they can get 2 touchdowns in the second half with adjustments.
I wouldn't bet the other way on it, but I also wouldn't bet that they get it because what we're seeing here is, I think even if the Chargers rush 4, I think they could still get pressure on Carr. I don't think the Raiders have any answers in the protection area in this game. And I think if you can't protect the quarterback, you can't do anything. And it's like,
absolutely,
it's what's happening here. And, you can't get the running game going because they don't respect the pass. They're playing a base 4-3 against the pass. So it's like, what are you going to do? It's like if you go to run the football, it's not like they're bringing blitzers and everything. So it's like you're going to be able to slide the running back through. It's everybody's just standing there in their position. I think, to their credit, the Raiders defense have fought the good fight, but they've been outmanned too in this game. And, I think that the offensive game plan, it's really just been a matter of a play here and a play there. Why this game maybe isn't 35-0 or maybe worse.
Yeah, absolutely. I just know what the Raiders can do when they are down so much. We've seen them come back from 14 points down and win these games. I don't think by any chance they win this game, but I do think that they speed up in the second and can get some touchdowns. So I'm willing to gamble on that over 13 and a half, and not a great value actually on it. So maybe I'll pass, but it's minus 132. It's getting pretty high up there.
Well, Joe, we have about 550 people watching. This is an unrehearsed show, as always. I'm just going to ask you off the topic here. Yeah. Have you seen the Urban Meyer videos? And if so,
I haven't.
Any comment? Have you heard anything about this?
No, okay. No one has shared these with me. I haven't seen it, heard it, or anything.
You'll have to Google Urban Meyer videos. Take a look at this, and I would love to hear what your assessment is on this, because this guy is
first thing tomorrow morning on the morning show.
This guy's a pig. Okay, he's a monster. He should be gone. Okay, and it's like, I apologize to my team and to everyone. Like, what about your wife? Okay, it's like, we know you're a scumbag from all the arrests that you had at Florida, right? We already know that. Everybody knows what a piece of garbage you are. But now it's like it's all over social media. Basically, there's a woman lap dancing he has some woman's lap dancing there. He's there, like he went to dinner with his family. His family all went home. He stayed there, and then there's some like woman lap dancing. And there's another one where he's grabbing her ass, and it's like, most of it's all blocked out because they can't even show it because it's ridiculous. I'm sure his wife does know, and I'm sure for some reason she just tolerates that kind of crap because maybe she just feels like she isn't worthy or something of the great Urban Meyer. It's like, I feel sorry for all women like that are in that position, and if she needs any help from us, all she's got to do is reach out. More than willing to help her and support her in any effort that she has. Here at Pick Dogs, our entire crew, not just Joe and I. I'm not going to put words in Joe's mouth, but.
Oh, definitely I'd help her, for sure.
Ridiculous. But anyways, back to the game. This is a one-sided mismatch. And I think
I completely agree. The Chargers are just dominating. I am looking for the Raiders to come back and put some points on the board, though. In the second half, I don't think they're going to take it. So I love the Chargers minus or plus the 2.5. I can't believe the book still had them plus 2.5 for that second half.
Yeah, I
think makes no sense for me.
I think it's going to be all Chargers. I think the Chargers know, when you go down this many scores, they know what you're going to do. So unless the Chargers go into some kind of soft zone, which I don't even see them doing it because they're getting pressure with the guys that they have. So maybe they bring in the backups. I'm not really sure, but I think it's a little early for that.
Absolutely. I think so too. I do have to say one thing though. I think that penalty against the Raiders, the 15-yard penalty for spiking the ball on the Chargers sidelines, was absolutely ridiculous. Even as a Bolts fan, I think these refs need to just jump out of this game. They can't be calling that kind of thing.
Yeah, I mean, we've talked about the refs all weekend long, and I've been talking about them for ever since I've been on the internet, and it's just it's like a lack of accountability, and we've seen it for a long time. It's nothing new, but it's like the fact that now that sports betting is spread across the U.S. and it's only going to get bigger over the next few months as Florida and Connecticut and a few other states come on board. Yeah. But it's and New York in the spring, but I just don't really understand how these officials are allowed to continue to work week after week when we see stuff like this. But I like that so those of you that joined us late, I took the Chargers here. I took the Chargers. I took them on the money line. I put my bet was $798. It pays $1,077.30. It was I just typed in the number. That's what it came out to be. I just tried to get it in, and that's what it came out. I think I'm good on that. We could look at some of these team totals, and I think, the total for the second half is 24. The first half was actually a little to the low scoring side. Yeah. So I would say over for the second half here. And I would also say Chargers over 10.5 second half. And Joe likes the over on the Raiders. I'm less willing to take that.
Yeah, I'm going to take the over on everything. I think we see a way different second half than we did in the first. I think these defenses get a little bit tired. We all know the Chargers make mistakes in that second half and give away games. And I think the Raiders capitalize on this, get some touchdowns in here. There's no way the Raiders win it, though.
Yep, it was a garbage call on the taunt. I'll say it, and I was on the right side of it. I was on the right side of it. But, I think what we also see are these face mask calls. We see the non-call on the running into the punter. What was that, So it's just, it seems, I understand that officiating is somewhat subjective, but at the same time, it has to be objective. It has to be, and it just doesn't seem to be that way. Raiders plus 1,200 to win. I'd say good luck with that. That is likely not going to happen. I don't even think the Raiders get to the 21.
And you know what? I could see it more if the Chargers didn't get that last touchdown and they were just up by 14. I could see that happening because we've seen the Raiders do it twice already this season. But at down 21 points, it's a pretty hard number to battle over.
So generally, DraftKings has a halftime special on Ruggs to score at plus 550. But generally, when you see these blowout games and the one team knows that the other team is going to be throwing deep and doing things like that, normally it's a tight end or something like a second string tight end, the guy that you never heard of that catches the two touchdowns, right? It's his 2 touchdowns he gets for the whole year. It's like, me, to put me in or something. I catch a couple touchdowns. It's like, because no one covers me. And that's pretty much what it is. But they're going to be covering those wide receivers. And, I think Derwin James, just once again, just being his presence on the field without even, being involved in a lot of the mix is just being shown because it's like they don't want to go anywhere near him, and that's when you don't hear a guy's name. That just tells you the respect they have is that they don't even want to challenge him in any way. So, Joe, are you saying you're taking the Chargers plus 135 money line second half? I think the Raiders are going to score some. Yes, that's exactly what she's saying.
Yes. Yes, that's exactly. So, okay, I'm going to take the Chargers money line. The Chargers over 10.5 for their team totals. The Raiders over 13.5 for their team total. And I would be looking at that over 24.5 because I think we're going to see a lot of points in the second.
I got the Chargers at plus 135 here for the second half. I like the 24, the over 24. I like the Chargers over the 10.5. I'm a little more skeptical on the Raiders at 13.5. But I could get there. I'm not willing to take the under on that. I could probably get there with 2 garbage touchdowns. But they have to get 1 score first. Because if they don't get any scores, then they're going to play for the shutout.
Oh, for sure.
So it's like they have to get the 1 score first. I don't think it's Herbert. I don't think it's Herbert that has control of this game. It is the Chargers defensive line that has control of this game. They have just dominated in the trenches. And I think when you can control the defensive line like that, the Raiders had, 1 yard in the first quarter, or negative 1 yard? How many yards?
Yeah, they were negative.
I think they have 40 yards in the game, right? Yeah. I mean, if you have 40 yards in the game and your defense hasn't scored a couple times, you're not going to win, in the NFL. It's not like the Ray Lewis Ravens teams, that didn't score a touchdown for 9 weeks and won the Super Bowl. This Raiders team isn't good, and this isn't the same NFL.
Yeah. My Joey Bosa has been a beast tonight, got his 50th sack, so very excited to see that. He's
been amazing, and when they drafted him and gave him all those accolades, I didn't think much of him, but, he's definitely exceeded any expectations I had of him. I didn't give him the Trey Lance treatment. But the Raiders here with the second half kickoff, just how about having Peyton Barber return the kickoff? And it's like, he's more of a power back, and he is fast. I mean, he's a running back, but it's like, of course he's going to get injured. I mean, it just doesn't even make sense. It's like John Gruden not happy. But we'll see what happens.
No, he wasn't happy with the Lightning coming down to start, and what a weird start to this game anyway.
But anyways, well, they have kicked off. They're back on the field. The Raiders have the ball at the 21-yard line. I got to do my video for tomorrow's wild card game, so the Raiders got -1 yards on that play. How about the challenge how about that great challenge that they had, the Chargers, where it was clear that he was short of the first down? The refs, one thing that they've always struggled with is spotting the ball.
Oh, they're terrible at that. So that was great. That was a challenge for our head coach. So that was good to see. He is now 1-0 on his challenges.
How old is he? He looks like he's about 30,
10.
Right? Yeah. It's like
he is very young.
First, my wife and Carr back to pass, just looking for anybody that might be open. He flips it out. That was really a miracle. Oh, and they called the Chargers on the late hit. Wow. Another ticky-tack call. So the guy is down, untouched. And Adderley hits him, and they're calling a penalty on this? It's like he's down, untouched. He can get up and run it in for a touchdown.
Oh, wow.
Personal foul on the defense. Wow.
Here we go. That's a momentum shift.
Oh yeah, here's them trying to make the game more interesting. This is so let's see. Is he touched on the ground? He's untouched on the ground. They're saying he was a defenseless and his shoulder pad to the head. I don't know. That's football.
I got it on my phone right now. I had to turn it on. I was like,
that's football. So now they're going to have the ball at the 50-yard line. They give him the ball there. I don't think it's going to help the Raiders.
No.
And the running game, once again, just really not there. They can't stretch him out.
No, they can't.
But anyways,
they're having major issues.
Thanks, everyone, for joining us. Joe, thanks again for co-hosting with me this season and, hopefully into the future. But, another Monday Night Football halftime. Thanks, everyone. Have an awesome second half. We'll see you tomorrow morning, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We don't have much to talk about, but we seem to find some stuff to talk about. So.
We'll have some laughs either way.
Yeah, we'll think of something. Maybe I'll get my Urban Meyer beatdown in for 20 to 25 minutes.
Well, you'll get to hear my comments. I'll watch that video tonight.
I'll be on my soapbox. We'll see you guys tomorrow morning.
Best of luck, everyone.